All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Language Awareness Editor's Pick interview series. Language Awareness is a peer-reviewed international journal that publishes research of second language learning and teaching. In this interview series, we feature researchers whose articles have been picked by the journal editor, Professor Masatoshi Sato. My name's Jason Brown, and I'm the editorial manager of the journal. Today, we're here with Dr. Wenting Chen, whose article, Educating L2 Learners About Collaborative Writing, Exploring the Relationship Between Knowledge of Collaborative Writing and Writing Products, has been selected by the editor. Welcome, Dr. Chen.
Thank you, Jason. It's my great honor to be invited for this talk. And I'm so excited the paper that I co-authored with Professor Wei Ren got picked.
Yes, we're so pleased to have you here with us this evening. And I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and your academic background.
All right, okay. My name is Wenting Chen. I'm associate professor in applied linguistics at Capital Normal University, China. My research interests include second language writing, second language teacher education, and classroom curriculum design and instruction.
Perfect. Now, in terms of getting back to the study that we're going to investigate, would you mind telling us a little bit about the topic of your recent paper and the study's objectives?
Yeah, sure. This recent published study is about how metacognitive knowledge of L2 collaborative writing affects students' collaborative writing performance. And as you just introduced, its title is Educating L2 Learners about collaborative writing, exploring the relationship between knowledge of collaborative writing and writing products. We hypothesized that students' writing performance would enhance when they were systematically educated about collaborative writing knowledge before they actually doing the writing task.
Okay, and so which gaps does this study address?
Yeah, this is an important question. There's a lot of research about the effectiveness of implementing collaborative writing in L2 classrooms, but not many focused on the pre-task preparation could enlarge the language learning opportunities that collaborative writing can afford learners. So our study is trying to address this gap. We investigated the impacts of one technique for preparing students, which is educating them about collaborative writing knowledge.
Okay, so it seems like you've got the pre-task training going on for one of your groups in your study.
Mhm.
Other than that, could you tell us how you organize the study methodologically, please?
Yeah, as you said, while using a mixed method approach, our study compared differences in writing performance between students who received the explicit knowledge about collaborative writing and those who did not. We recruited two parallel intermediate classes from an American Language Institute in the US, 20 students in each class. In one class, the experimental group, before the writing stage, students were taught three types of knowledge about collaborative writing based on metacognition theory. First, they were taught declarative knowledge, such as the definition of collaborative writing. Then they were taught the procedural knowledge, like the procedure and techniques for the classroom implementation of collaborative writing. Lastly, they were given examples of successful implementation of collaborative writing in different contexts. And we call this conditional knowledge. This is one group. And in another class, the control group, students were introduced about collaborative writing implicitly. Like they had the writing instruction and task descriptions, but they were not systematically trained about collaborative writing knowledge. And then we compared the writing performance between the students from these two groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so after you were able to get the results in and you compared the two groups, what were the major findings from your study?
Okay, we found that students who were educated about collaborative writing knowledge outperformed those who were not on their writing accuracy, the fluency, and the overall quality of their writing. We also found that when students are aware of what they know about collaborative writing and how and when to apply what they know, they can better plan, monitor, and evaluate their tasks in the collaborative writing process.
Well, sounds like some pretty fantastic and very exciting findings. In terms of applying this research to real world settings, how do you think the findings of your study might help teachers in the classroom?
Well, the classroom practice this is the ultimate goal for any researchers to do the classroom experiments. Well, we envision how to writing teachers could provide systematically structured training that uses the explicit knowledge, explicit instruction to guide the students for their writing process. For example, the teachers could introduce the rationale of the collaborative writing, collaborative writing strategies, and the procedures for a better collaboration in the pre-test training.
It sounds like it would be really useful for language teachers. So last question, how could the readers of language awareness benefit from your study?
Well, we hope the readers of language awareness to see that students' knowledge about an activity has a great impact on their writing performance and learning. So the outdoor teachers may want to help students to raise their awareness of language learning in classroom activities. Like they can provide more explicit knowledge and instruction in the pre-text training. So students may have a better understanding of the task and they may regulate their behavior more purposefully in the language learning process. And I guess this is our goal for the research.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate you joining us, Dr. Chen. And on behalf of the editorial board and the editor, Dr. Masatoshi Sato, and on behalf of Taylor and Francis, I'd really like to thank you and give our appreciation for you joining us for this interview
Sure.
today. Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
having me. Thank you, Jason.
Best of luck in future studies, and we'll be seeing you again, I'm sure.
All right. Thank you.